Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Preston Field, Park Hill High School, Park Hill Stadium. Jim Dickerson along with A.J. Linhart as we get prepared for another Friday night game of high school football. Tonight, the Park Hill Trojans take on the Truman High School Patriots. Both teams come into this game tonight 2-1. Both teams lost last week. And, A.J., let's start with the Patriots. They actually went into that game undefeated, but they got beat pretty handily last week.
Yeah, Blue Springs just blew them away. Final score of 54-3. There just wasn't much of a game plan against that.
And the Patriots, or the Park Hill Trojans come in tonight, and one of the things that I know they've been working on and trying to step up is their handling of the ball.
Yeah, they've done a really good job not turning the ball over. It's just getting the ball going. Last week against a really tough Park Hill South defense, they managed only 59 yards, and most of that was done by McDonald. He's been picking up the slack ever since Jordan Wang got injured a couple of weeks ago against Ruskin.
And that's something that appears to probably hurt Park Hill quite a bit. Jordan Wang, and what's the injury update that we've got on him?
Well, we were talking to some of the coaches and different people today, and it sounds like he's lost for the year. A lot of damage, a shoulder dislocation, and a broken arm.
We'd like to remind you that 810varsity.com now brings you live video streams from more than 25 Kansas City Metro schools all season long. Now you can watch, listen to all the action live on your computer, iPad, or phone. Park Hill and Park Hill South, Miege, Aquinas, the Olathe and Blue Valley schools, the list goes on. And, of course, live scores, rankings, and much more. Get the games live at 810varsity.com. Park Hill will be receiving as we start tonight's game here, and quite a contrast actually in temperature. For those of you who remember, our first two games were pushing almost 100 degrees, and now we're down in the 60s. And what does that do to these players and how they have to handle the ball?
Well, I think it's just perfect football weather. It gets them going. They're not going to be overheated. Their conditioning doesn't come into play. It's just going to be an overall good night to play football.
So Park Hill will get ready to kick off. The Truman Patriots, Park Hill is going to receive. The Patriots will be kicking off. Aaron Trawick will be deep to receive for Park Hill, along with David Dietrich. And correction, that's Anthony Aarons deep for Park Hill. Scott Agee is going to kick off for Truman. And we're underway in Park Hill. Aarons will take the kickoff at the 4. He'll bring it out up the middle. Meets a tackler, breaks away from two tacklers, but then gang tackled and brought down right about the 10-yard line. They're going to actually give him progress and move him up to the 14, where Park Hill will take over 1st and 10. Park Hill led by their quarterback, Tyler White, who's had a pretty decent season.
Yeah, Tyler's been doing really well. He had 159 yards last week against Park Hill South, and when they really opened up the passing offense in the second half.
Tyler White will pull in under center. Aaron split to the near side. They'll start off with a handoff up the middle. And that'll be McDonald, who will get up to about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, tackle there by Ryan Sheffer. He plugged the gap really nicely, but McDonald got through the first line, and he pulled up and made the tackle.
McDonald's a little bit of a different ball carrier and handles his runs a little bit different than what we were used to seeing in Jordan Wang.
Yeah, he's more of a darting back than Wang. Wang went, straight ahead, powered his way through blocks and that.
There's a fake to McDonald, a pass out to Aarons on the far side, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down for Park Hill.
That was a wide open play. If he'd had the ball just a little bit sooner, he'd probably had a long way to go.
Lane Holmes this time split out to the near side. Tyler White still under center. Quick handoff up the middle. And a quick gain of 9 yards. See where they spot it. They may have enough for a first down. On the carry by Chris Eustace. And it looks like we're going to have timeout for a measurement. But it looks like he may have gotten the yardage.
Yeah, Park Hill once again is opening up the holes on the front line, and the running backs are getting to the second and third tier of this Truman defense, and that's hard to stop when they're getting that deep.
And it looks like they are going to be short by just inches. So that'll bring up second and about an inch for Park Hill. Tyler White's going to come over and get a call from the sideline and go back in. Jake Jones will split out to the near side along with Arian Twawick. Tyler White back to pass again, and he'll miss his intended receiver. He was looking for Jake Jones on the near side, but threw it just a little bit too far out of his reach. That'll bring up third down.
Yeah, that running out of the gun offense right now, offset eye. There's a couple of different names that most of the coaches go by, but very effective at this point.
So Park Hill's still looking at a third and just inches. They'll do a quick handoff, and that'll quickly give them the first down.
Tackle by Scott Aggie.
And that was Eustace that picked up about 2 yards on the play, and that'll bring up first and 10 for Park Hill. Jake Jones will split out to the near side. On the far side, Arian Twarwick. Jones in motion. Quick flip back to McDonald. He'll be quickly brought down after a gain of about a yard. That should bring up second and 9.
Hunter Beck on the tackle for Truman. He read that play all the way, stayed home, and just made a good tackle.
So second and 9 for Park Hill. We're at 9:32 in the first quarter. Tyler White takes the snap. Quick handoff. That's Eustace with the carry, and he'll pick up about another 3 yards on the play. He'll get up to about the 44.
Ryan Scheffler on the stop there. Again, they're doing a good job of staying at home against this run offense at Park Hill.
So it brings up 3rd and 4 for Park Hill. Jake Jones and Trawick out to the far side. And White's going to look to pass. Looking for the open receiver, being pursued by the Patriots. He throws, the ball's tipped and intercepted. The ball was intercepted by number 14, Scott Agee. And so there's an interception and a turnover for Park Hill.
Yeah, White just tried to make something happen there. Play was a busted play, and he got rid of the ball a little too quickly. Didn't see the defensive back coming across on the play. Pretty
good coverage by the Patriots as they forced Tyler White to do something that he didn't want to do. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Truman Patriots, and they take over at the 46-yard line. Quick handoff up the middle for the Patriots. They give it to Dimitri Dinwiddie, and he may have gotten a yard on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
There's the big man, Mr. Pipkins.
Yeah, we've talked about Andre Pipkins every game, and he's always been a big force in that defensive line for Park Hill.
Yeah, they tried to just flat out run it up the gut that time, and Andre just stayed home and took the block and the ball carrier down at the same time.
David Franklin under center, and we have a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be, it looks like it was offsides on the defense of Park Hill. So that'll bring up about 2nd and 3 for Truman. David Franklin under center again. And he's going to hand off. Hand off once again to Dimitri Dinwiddie, but he gets nowhere, and he's immediately tackled by a plethora of Park Hill Trojans, and right in the middle of that is number 71, Andre Pipkins.
Yeah, Andre just kept sliding out to the side and kept stretching it out, and finally someone stepped up and hit the ball carrier.
So that brings up a 3rd and 4 for Truman, and the ball just inside Park Hill territory, resting just on the 50-yard line. Franklin, a quick pass to the outside. He's complete to number 17, Tom Ruddy, and he'll pick up a 1st down as he's brought down about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they had a little soft coverage out there by Connor Samus, and he just didn't come up and stop him quick enough.
Split out to the near side, Heath Mackey for Truman. They hand off again to Dinwiddie. He quickly gains about 5 yards on the play, but there is a flag on the play, and it's going to be holding against Truman. And the defense for Park Hill just looks a little slow getting on track tonight.
Yeah, having a little bit of a hard time picking up the rhythm of the game. I believe that, weather just getting a little slow getting started.
That penalty makes it 1st and 10 for Truman. Let's see if Park Hill can capitalize on that mistake. So with the penalty, it's 1st and 20. Franklin's going to hand off again. Park Hill all over that play. Maybe a pickup of a yard. And that's Dinwiddie once again with the carry.
Yeah, Andre Pipkins just came upfield and made the stop immediately.
So that brings up, they're actually going to give him 2 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 18 for Truman. Truman's going to split Tom Ruddy out to the near side. Little quick pass out to Dinwiddie, and he slips down at the 48 and then immediately brought down by number 27, Chauncey Hatton for Park Hill.
That was just an excellent read by the Park Hill defense there. They had it the whole way and managed to really make it for a loss.
They're going to give him the line of scrimmage on that. That'll bring up 3rd and 18 for the Truman Patriots. And they have the ball at the 48-yard line of Park Hill. Looking to pass, looking down the middle. Pass is deflected by Manuel Laguana. He actually stepped in front of that pass, and on that play, Franklin's lucky he didn't get intercepted, thrown across the middle.
Yeah, Quentin Emerson got it, was making a beeline for the tip ball and was just off the edge of his fingertips. It would have been a very nice play.
Austin Lawrence will be back to punt for the Truman Patriots. And then deep to receive, Anthony Aarons for Park Hill. He'll be back there with Trawick. And there's a shanked punt, and it's going to go take a favorable bounce for Truman. It'll bounce out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. And they'll mark it out at the, looks like we'll mark it out at the 17-yard line, where Park Hill will take over. 1st and 10, 4:53 left to go in this first quarter. No score. And both these teams just looking a little bit sluggish tonight.
Yeah, just having a hard time getting going. They've had flashes of brilliance, and let's hope Park Hill gets it going here.
1st and 10 for Park Hill. They have the ball. Quick handoff to McDonald. McDonald's is going to bounce off one tackler and work his way up to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5.
That was just an excellent hole opened up by number 79. I believe it's Connor Farmer. And he did an excellent job of sealing off the edge so the running back could cut it inside of him.
Trawick's going to split to the near side. Jones is going to be in motion. Tyler White's going to hand off once again to McDonald. McDonald's going to push his way. He'll gain a couple of yards, get up to about the 25-yard line. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for Park Hill. And this offense is, they seem pretty constant getting 2 yards, 3 yards, but you're just not getting those big bursts like you used to when you had Jordan Wang out there.
Yeah, Jordan definitely had a feel for the game a little bit better than McDonald, but now we have an offside play there by the Truman defense.
Actually, they're going to call a false start against Park Hill.
Wow.
And they're going to back him up. So that'll back him up and bring out about a 3rd down and 7. Park Hill with 4 receivers. Tyler White to pass, almost picked off by number 22, Cole Zender. Zender just stepped right in front of that ball, and if he'd have caught it, that would have been a touchdown for Truman.
That would have been pick 6. Tyler White just did not see him coming.
High spiraling punt by Park Hill. It'll bounce down at about the 48, take a positive bounce for Truman. It'll be down at the 42, taken in by John Balsamo. And Truman will now take over, 1st and 10 on the 42, and this back and forth is starting to bring back memories of that opening game, Park Hill and Liberty.
Yes, it is. The only problem with that game there was played between the 30s. This one has seemed to be played the majority of the time in the Park Hill half of the football field.
Yeah, Park Hill needs to have something happen to get them out of this. They just seem to back up a little further each time. Handoff once again for Truman. They hand it off once again to Dinwiddie, but he is immediately brought down, and he's actually going to lose 3 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 13 for Truman.
Yeah, Park Hill's the defensive backs for Park Hill has done an excellent job coming up and filling the gaps.
High snap. Franklin decides to keep it. I'm not sure that was the design play. High snap, but he did end up gaining about 5 yards. That'll bring up about a...
Yeah, Park Hill had excellent coverage on the outside, so once the high snap, it just threw the timing off for the whole play.
He was able to turn it into some positive yards, about 3rd and 6 now for Truman, as they'll split Jared Barron out to the near side. Franklin going to drop back to pass. He looks for Jared. Jared picks it up, and he actually complete at the 27-yard line, and that'll be enough for a Truman Patriots first down. And third down conversion actually pretty good for the Patriots, and Park Hill can't seem to stop them.
Yeah, that just getting into Truman seems to be getting into a rhythm and moving the ball a little bit forward here. Park Hill needs a big stop.
Franklin under center. He's going to fake a handoff. He's going to swing out, but he's being pursued by a couple of Trojans. Throws it over the head of Josh Burek on the far side. So good coverage by Park Hill on that. They had 2 defenders pursuing Franklin.
Yeah, Emerson had the over the top, and he did an excellent job. He actually was trying to play the ball on that one.
So that brings up 2nd and 10 with 1:29 left to go in the first quarter. No score here in Park Hill. We have a timeout on the field while we try and fix one of the clocks. And another timeout called, and this time it looks like it's going to be called by the Truman Patriots. So we'll take timeout on the field. 1:29 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to 810 Varsity Sports on 810varsity.com. No score here at Park Hill. Okay. Welcome back to Park Hill District Stadium. Jim Dickerson along with A.J. Lenhart. No score, 1:29 left to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Truman Patriots. And they have the ball at Park Hill's 32-yard line. Or I'm sorry, the 27-yard line. Quick snap, handoff to number 15, Jared Barron. He breaks to the outside. Makes it all the way down to about the 12-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. And it looks like Truman's doing a lot of side-to-side ball game, and Park Hill can't seem to keep up with them.
Yeah, Park Hill got a little behind, kind of took themselves out of the play on that one.
So that's 1st and 10 for Truman. And they have the ball at the 13-yard line. And Franklin seems a little bit confused, not sure what he's going to do, and they're going to call timeout again with 1:21 left to go in the first quarter. If you're out and about tonight, don't forget to stop by Nick and Jake's. Real food, honest drink. Nick and Jake's the proud title sponsor of 810varsity.com. Check out our promotions throughout the season on Facebook or on Twitter at Nick and Jake's. Also, don't forget the Kansas City Command season tickets for the 2012 Arena football season are on sale now at the Sprint Center. Call 855-KC Arena. Thinking about making a move? Fall is a great time to sell your home. Call Ken Hoover at 816-210-2027 or visit him online at kenhooversells.com. He'd be happy to answer any questions and help you in any way he can. Ken Hoover, 816-210-2027, the real estate professional you can count on. 1st and 10 for the Truman Patriots, 1:21 left to go in the first quarter. No score at Park Hill District Stadium. Franklin under center. And he'll hand the ball off. And Truman will go maybe 2 yards on that play, and they'll move the ball up to the 10-yard line. Josh Orman, the ball carrier on that play. Another handoff for Truman. They're going to keep trying to drive it up the middle. That looked like number 22, Cole Zedner. And I tell you what, once the pile of Park Hill Trojans started to get on him, did you see who jumped on top of the pile?
Yeah, kind of hard to stop that Andre Pipkins. He just kept on climbing.
I'm thinking that at that point the pile is going down.
Yeah, they're 325 pounds. The pile definitely was not moving forward any further.
There's only 14 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Franklin will have to hurry if he wants to get a play off, but it looks like he probably will. He's going to drop back to pass, looking into the corner, but it looks like a miscommunication. The intended receiver was Tom Ruddy, but it looks like they didn't communicate on where they were going to be. He was thrown to the corner of the end zone. Ruddy was nowhere near there.
Yeah, Ruddy ran a short out at about the 1 yard line, and the ball went to the back of the end zone.
So that brings up a 4th down and 6. It looks like Park Hill was able to stop, see if they can capitalize and hold them to 3 or maybe have a missed field goal. And the kick is up, and it is good. And at the end of the first quarter, Truman will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Park Hill is real lucky right now to only be down by 3 at the end of the first quarter after having that early turnover by White.
So at the end of the first quarter, 3-0 Truman Patriots. You're listening to the 810 Varsity Sports Network. Welcome back to Park Hill District Stadium as we start the second quarter. The Truman Patriots ahead 3-0. They'll be kicking off deep to receive. Anthony Aarons is deep to receive for Park Hill. And the kick will actually be taken in by Frowick. He'll cut out to the 20-yard line where he avoids a tackle, then breaks up, makes it about to the 27-yard line where it'll be pushed out of bounds there. And that's where Park Hill will take over, 1st and 10. Park Hill's going to have to really tighten up their defense, and they're really going to have to start pushing forward on their offense. Like you said in the first quarter, this game has been fought entirely in the Park Hill area of the field.
Yeah, and this was a good start. I mean, they started the first opening kickoff at the 9-yard line, so getting it out to the 20, almost to the 30-yard line is definitely a better start. But they got to get their running game going again and get some confidence built back up in their offense.
Tyler White with that hard snap count. He's going to hand off to McDonald. McDonald up the middle. And he'll pull forward all the way up to about the 41-yard line for a nice run of about 13 yards on first down.
Yeah, absolutely. And McDonald, if you notice that, made a slight sidestep at the line of scrimmage to avoid the blocker and then went full steam ahead.
And I know we've made this comparison before, but you look at McDonald's size compared to Wang. Wang's a little harder to get a hold of because he was a smaller guy. McDonald's a little bit bigger, but he's got more strength.
Yeah, he seems to have Wang had the lower center of gravity, which helped him out immensely, especially doing the power I. McDonald's more of a east-west runner than a north-south, and he likes to sprint off the corners.
That'll be another handoff to McDonald, and he'll pick up another 6 yards on the play. And now, finally, Park Hill looks like they're making some progress, and they're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about. Build confidence in your offense. They're moving the ball with the run, and the guys are opening up the holes the way they need to.
Park Hill's going to split Holmes and Aarons out to the far side. Tyler White's going to throw quickly out to that far side. Park Hill able to avoid a few tackles and make it all the way up to about the 45-yard line, where they're brought down by a number of Patriots. But the pass was thrown to Aarons, and he did a good job getting up that sideline.
Yeah, Aarons used the same stutter step that McDonald used, let the defender go by him, and then broke it straight up field for a real nice gain.
So now Park Hill, for the first time, has made their way into Truman Patriots territory. They're going to do a quick handoff up the middle to number 28, Lane Holmes, and he'll pick up another 5 yards on first down, and Park Hill looks like they're finally starting to get some rhythm.
Yeah, absolutely. This is looking really good for them.
Tyler White once again under center. 2nd and 5. They're going to hand off to McDonald. McDonald's going to try to go and get around the outside. Still manages to pick up about 3 yards on the play. And it brings up a manageable 3rd and 3 for Park Hill.
Yeah, Truman did a really good job of just carrying the play out, sideline to sideline, and McDonald really had nowhere to cut it up to.
Pitch back to McDonald by White. McDonald immediately brought down, may have gained a yard, and he'll be taken down at the 36-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down for Park Hill. So a drive that was actually going pretty well seems to have been stopped by Truman, and that's going to bring up about 4th and 2 for Park Hill.
Yeah, but with Coach Reynolds, here we go. He's going for it. He's got confidence in his boys.
They're going to hand it off to McDonald. McDonald is going to be brought down immediately. I'm not even sure he made the line of scrimmage, and Park Hill is going to turn the ball over on down. So looked like they had some momentum going, looked like they had starting to get a rhythm, and then it kind of fell apart in those last few plays.
Yeah, they had the one play that they had nowhere to go, kind of got stuck up in the middle and just didn't recover from it.
So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for Truman. 8:44 left to go in the half. They are leading 3-0. They're going to split Mackey out to the near side. Franklin in the shotgun. A little bit of a low snap. They hand off to Josh Oman. He actually is going to lose some ground on the play, but there is a flag on the play.
Andre had just picked him up and threw him down.
Let's see what the call is going to be. And it's going to be holding against Truman, and Park Hill is going to decline it. So with the loss on the play, that'll bring up about 2nd and 13 for Truman. Franklin drops back as though he's going to pass. Then he's immediately brought down by number 71, Andre Pipkins.
Yeah, Andre thought he was wrestling cattle on that one. He just corralled that boy.
It almost looked like Franklin was trying to hand the ball to somebody, and everybody abandoned him and said, I'm not taking that.
Good point. Of course, I think if I was seeing Andre Pipkin when I was running up the middle, I'd do the same thing.
So Truman is actually moving backwards on this possession. This will bring up about a 3rd and call it 14. Franklin's going to drop back to pass. He can't find anybody open. He throws downfield over the outstretched hands of Heath Mackey, who tried to make that reception, but just overthrew him just a little bit, and that'll bring up 4th down for Truman. So a good stand defensively for Park Hill.
Yes, Park Hill had made some good adjustments from the last drive and managed to get them going backwards and kept them going backwards on this one.
Scott Agee back to punt for Truman. Anthony Aaron's back to receive for Park Hill. And a pretty bad punt, but actually Truman's going to get a big favorable roll as it spins and rolls all the way down to about the 17-yard line, where it's going to be marked out of bounds, where it'll be 1st and 10. I'm not so sure that ball wasn't tipped at the line of scrimmage. It took a weird turn and a weird spin.
Yeah, Park Hill basically committed everybody to block the punt. They were trying to keep the field position, and it just didn't quite work out for them. There was no return set up for anybody.
And unfortunately for Park Hill, when the ball had that spin on it and it hit the ground, it just kept rolling deeper and deeper into their territory, where they'll take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Tyler White under center. Once again, he'll fake to McDonald and then swing out with a quick pass to the near side. That was Hustis that with the reception. He'll pick up about 5 on the play, though, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5. He did a good job of turning a potential no play into at least a gain of 5 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. Did a good look the ball in and then tried to make a break on the defender.
This time they'll splint Jake Jones out to the far side. And Tyler White's going to flip it back to McDonald, and McDonald fumbles. The ball's picked up by Park Hill, one of the linemen.
Number 52.
52 is Alex Connor. Did a good job of staying awake, picked that ball up. That could have been disastrous for Park Hill.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely would have not been a good start for the second quarter.
It looked almost like Tyler White may have thrown the ball just slightly behind McDonald, and then he wasn't able to get a handle on it. Now Tyler White's going to look to pass, and then he runs into his own defenders, and he's actually brought down at about the 21-yard line. And for an offense that looked so good when we started out the second quarter, they've kind of fizzled and haven't been able to really put anything together, as they're going to be forced to punt again.
Yeah, Truman's made some good adjustments. There's stuff in the middle now, and Park Hill needs to look for ways to open it back up.
Jared Barron was back to receive the punt, but he'll just let it roll. It'll roll to a stop at about the 40-yard line, where Truman will take over 1st and 10. 6:13 left to go in this half. If you want the finest in lifestyle, education, and location, the National clearly ranks as Kansas City's premier lifestyle community north of the river, home to two Tom Watson signature design golf courses, housing choices from $250,000 to over $1 million. Call 816-587-HOME for more information or go to their website at thenationalgolfclub.com. 6:13 left to go in the half. 1st and 10 for the Patriots. They're going to drop back to pass. Quick pass out to Jared Barron, who's brought down at about the 45-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd 5.
Looks like Truman's right back at trying to attack the corners and for the offense, get this passing game going again.
And once again, it looks like we're going to end up in a situation very quickly where Park Hill is defending way back in their territory. We've spent the most of the game with them defending their area or their territory.
Yeah, their half the field has been definitely the gist of it.
That's a pitch out to Dinwiddie. That play looked like it was a little bit of confusion in the offense, but it actually picked up about 6 yards, and that's enough for a first down for the Truman Patriots as they move into Park Hill territory.
Yeah, Park Hill needs to make some adjustments, get their defense geared back up. Andre Pipkin's getting penetration up the middle. They're running away from him at this point.
Actually, at this point, with 5:29 left to go in the half, Park Hill's actually kind of lucky. It's only 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a handoff to Dinwiddie, breaks a couple of tackles, and he's free on the outside. He's down to the 30, cuts back inside the 20, and he'll be brought down at the 19-yard line. And that is a 30-yard run for Dinwiddie.
Yeah, he's a little slow getting up. He's limping.
He'll make it off to the sideline, but you're right, he is hobbled just a little bit. But a 30-yard run play for Truman.
Yeah, Truman took advantage of a little over pursuit by Park Hill and broke it back.
Franklin looks to hand off, and he does. A handoff up the middle, and that's going to be a quick 6-yard gain for Truman. And once again, Park Hill finds themselves trying to defend their end zone.
Yeah. Truman is doing a good job right now. They've got Park Hill on their heels, and they're doing a good job of keeping it there. Park Hill's got to get a stop here and hope for the best.
So that brings up 2nd and 4 for Truman. You've got Stuart Lobble split out to the near side. They'll hand off. And it looks like they may have enough for a first down. To see where they mark it down. And that will give them enough for the first down. So that'll bring up 1st and goal for Truman. They've got 4 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in this first half. And the Park Hill defense has got to step up to the plate here.
Yeah, Park Hill needs to really turn it up a notch.
Pitch back to number 27, Josh Orman. He'll run out to the far side, and he'll be brought down about the 6-yard line. He'll gain about 2 on the play.
That's a good stop by Connor Bosworth.
Park Hill seems to be having a little bit of trouble stopping the side-to-side action, the side-to-side run from Truman.
Yeah, Connor Bosworth that time trailed it on the backside and caught him when he was trying to cut it back.
Franklin's looking to pass. He's looking for an open receiver. He throws it into the end zone. Interception, Park Hill. And that's Gage Wright with the interception in the end zone. And good for Park Hill, but that was a terrible decision on the part of the Patriots quarterback, David Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin tried to force it, and he may have been trying to throw the ball away, just didn't get enough on it. But you're absolutely correct. That's the play that Park Hill needed. Get their confidence back. It got them out of the end zone. They're starting off from the 20.
They're going to have to hurry up. They've got 3 minutes and 13 seconds. That's plenty of time. But they're going to have to move this ball down the field because the one thing you don't want to do is give the ball back to Truman. Tyler White's looking to throw downfield, and he was looking for Aarons on the far side. Pass was broken up by number 17, Tom Ruddy, for Truman. You got to be careful with those plays.
You got to say that was just an excellent cover by number 17. He got up there and got a tip on it, but had he missed it, Aarons was gone.
Tyler White once again with that hard count. He'll hand off to McDonald. McDonald breaks free for a little bit and then ends up making it about to the 25. Looked like he was going to break free, but only ended up with about a 5-yard gain. So it'll bring up about 3rd and 5.
McDonald stuttered stepped a little bit. If he broke that ball to the outside, it was wide open.
3rd and 5, 2:41 left, and we're running into that problem we had talked about earlier. You don't want to give the ball back to Truman with time left on the clock here in this first half.
Yeah, Truman right now is just working on all cylinders.
There's a throw across the field intended for number 28, Lane Holmes, and that throw was actually thrown just a little bit behind Holmes. He really didn't have any chance at all at that. It was a poor throw by Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler White skipped the ball to him. He just didn't get anything on it.
And this offense for Park Hill, except for that one possession where they moved a little bit, just seems a little bit out of rhythm.
Yeah, they just haven't got their groove going right now.
Jared Barron back to receive the punt again for Truman. He'll back up, take it. He muffs the ball and then recovers it. He recovers his own muff, but he'll bring it down at about the 37-yard line where Truman will take over 1st and 10 with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go.
Well, talk about a lucky bounce. Truman got one there.
And Park Hill really could have benefited from that. If you're heading into halftime and you're feeling hungry, $5 footlongs at Good Sense and $5 footlong subs are back. Mr. Good Sense, 7 great subs to choose from. Come see what's really fresh at Mr. Good Sense. 1st and 10, 2 minutes, 18 seconds left for Truman as they take over at the 37-yard line. Franklin's back to pass, can't find anybody open. He'll try to run. He'll run up the middle, and he'll pick up 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, Andre Pipkins made an excellent read. Turned around and made the tackle.
Clock continues to run. 2 minutes left in this first half. And once again, it's only 3-0 Truman. And Park Hill has to be very happy with that, and they want to keep it that going into halftime.
Yeah, their defense has stepped up. They're making the reads. Let's hope they can keep it up.
Franklin's going to hand off. Quick run up the middle. Pickup of about 4 on the play. We'll have to see if they're going to give them the first down. And they do. So it'll be 1st and 10 as the clock continues. And it'll be first down for Truman. And I don't know that I've seen this from Park Hill this year, but the defensive players just look like they're a little bit winded here in the first half. Yeah. Franklin tries to pass to the far side. He's going to skip it in front of number 17, Tom Ruddy.
Well, right now Truman's missing Mr. Dinwiddie. He's over on the sideline trying to loosen that leg back up. I think they had it retaped. He's carrying his helmet. He's probably out until the second half.
So that incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10 for Truman Patriots. They're trying to figure out what call they've got called in here, and they're going to run out of time if they don't hurry. They've got 6 seconds left on the play clock as Franklin tries to hurry him to the line, and Truman coach is going to call timeout. Need a realtor in the Northland you can trust? Ken Hoover treats the needs of you at a down-to-earth level. Call Ken today and get the most out of your next move. Call Ken Hoover at 816-210-2027 or visit online at kenhooversells.com. That's KenHooversells. KenHooverSells.com. 1 minute, 13 left to go in the first half here at Park Hill High School. We'll be back in just a minute. Truman Patriots ahead of the Park Hill Trojans, 3-0. We clear? Welcome back to Park Hill District Stadium. 2nd and 10 for the Truman Patriots. 1 minute, 13 seconds left to go in this first half as they lead Park Hill 3-0. Franklin back in the shotgun. He's looking to pass. He flips it up for a quick run, which will gain 5 yards for Truman. And Truman, now Park Hill's going to call timeout, as that brings up about a 3rd and 4 for Truman. So is Park Hill going to try and get the ball back?
I think they're playing for it. That shuffle pass had a little bit more mustard to it. They might have gained a little bit. It was a little late in getting it off for Truman.
One minute, 2 seconds left to go. It's still 3-0 Truman Patriots, and the defense doesn't look as solid as we've seen in the past, and offensively, it just doesn't seem to be in rhythm.
No, they're struggling right now to get anything going. It's a little rough. I think they missed Jordan Wang, the injured player we talked about earlier. And defensively, they just have been out of sync. Truman's done an excellent job of mixing the pass and run.
It looks like a lot of these plays are designed to go side to side, and I'm wondering if that isn't to try and stay away from that big Andre Pipkins.
Oh, absolutely.
JT Hayes kept the ball on that possession, and he picked up about 3, but he is going to be short of the first down. That's going to be 4th down and 2, and Park Hill is going to take a timeout to talk it over.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where you want all your guys doing what they need to do.
So you're the Truman head coach. What are you going to do now?
Your offense has been doing well. I think you try to stay at what's been working for you: the short screens, the shuffle pass. Obviously you don't want to run it up the middle and try to go against Andre Pipkins.
And Jeff Floyd, the head coach for Truman, has been having a lot of success on the outside, going end to end.
Mm-hmm.
And he only has to get one. They're calling it 4th and let's call it 4th and 1.5 to get a first down and keep things going. Just a little bit far for a high school field goal.
Yeah. We had the Oakland kicker the other night hit the 68-yarder to tie it up. I don't think that's going to happen in this high school
game. Was it 68 or 63?
68. He tied a record.
It looks like they're going to try and do the hard count and draw him offside. At this point, I don't think it's going to work. Play clock down to 3, 2, 1, and they're going to go ahead and take the delay of game. So it looks like they'll decide to kick. Coming out to kick for Truman is Scott Agee. Back to deep to receive for Park Hill is Ahrens. Ahrens really hasn't had a good kick to handle all night long.
Now, if you're Park Hill, you want him to field this punt and go down. Make sure, play for field position.
Park Hill brings everybody. Pretty good kick. Ahrens picks it up and he'll run, and he'll be pushed out of bounds, and they're going to mark him out at right about the 30-yard line. With 43 seconds left to go, there is a flag on the field, and it's right about the middle of the field near the 40-yard line. Let's see what the call is. And it's going to be holding against Park Hill. So that's going to move their starting position back just that much further.
Yeah, really negates a good job by Aarons. But like you said, that was the first punt. He's really had the opportunity to field cleanly.
So with 43 seconds left, Park Hill is going to try to move. See where they're actually going to mark the ball down. It's just going to be about the 10-yard line. So we're looking at a 90-yard field in 43 seconds.
Yeah.
And they're going to back it up even further. They now put it down at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, that's a 24-yard penalty.
So now we're going to try and go 94 yards in 43 seconds. We're going to hand off up the middle. Handoff actually was to Dondrell Hardiman. He picked up about 4 yards on the play, made it out to about the 10-yard line, 22 seconds left to go, 18 on the play clock. Tyler White under center. And it looks like he's going to be content to hand it off again. Good run up the middle. All the way up to about the 26-yard line. There are 3 seconds left.
Nice little 16-yard pickup for Dondrell.
So what is Greg Reynolds going to do now? He's got first down. He's at the 26-yard line, and he's got 3 whole seconds to work with.
Well, you don't want to do anything that costs you 6 points. That's your first thing. So you make progress, you go for it, but you do it under control.
And Park Hill is actually very lucky at this point that they're looking at going into halftime down just by 3.
Yeah, that pickup, the interception in the end zone really picked up their defense, and they've played better ever since it happened. It seems like they've got their groove going. They're hitting the gaps, doing what they need to do. Offensively, they're still struggling to get going. Dondrell here has made some excellent cuts and runs. Let's hope they can keep it going here.
So let's see what Coach Reynolds decides to do. This will be the last play of the first half. They're just going to pitch it back. Once again, they hand it off to Dondrell Hardiman. And that'll be the end of the first half. So we have finished one half of football here in Park Hill at Park Hill District Stadium. As we go to the half, Truman Patriots 3 and Park Hill nothing. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Park Hill District Stadium, where the Truman Patriots are leading the Park Hill Trojans 3-0. And AJ, we saw not a very organized Park Hill team when we started the game. They had only really one good offensive drive, and that was about it for Park Hill.
Absolutely. They have struggled tonight to get their game going. They had the one drive where they gained 30 to 40 yards rushing and had one big pass play and have not been able to this point duplicate it.
It seems like the Patriots have been trying to stay away from Andre Pipkins up the middle, and they've been going side to side. It looks like they've been having quite a bit of success with that.
Yeah, so far they've done a really good job. There at the end of the second quarter, Park Hill had kind of figured the game out and was getting caught, pursuing them. Truman had the one big run where they caught Park Hill in a over pursuit type situation. They cut it back and made a good 40-yard run out of it.
810varsity.com would like to remind you that they now bring live video streams to more than 25 Kansas City metro schools all season long. Now you can watch, listen to all the action live on your computer, iPad, or phone. Park Hill South, Miege, Aquinas, the Olathe and Blue Valley schools. The list goes on. And, of course, live scores, rankings, and much more. Get the games live at 810varsity.com. As we get ready to start this second half, the Truman Patriots will receive the kickoff. And we were discussing during the halftime, hanging on to the ball is a big deal for Park Hill. They've been having they didn't have too much trouble at the beginning of the season. Now it becomes more of a problem. They had a fumble in the first part, and there was some discussion about one of the players and the way he carries the ball.
Yeah, Dontrell comes out. He kind of carries the ball away from his body. It leaves it in a very unprotected state. Will make most coaches very nervous. He hasn't fumbled the ball. He hadn't done anything wrong, but it does put it out there for players to hit it.
And that actually became a topic of discussion. We heard some of the coaches and people talking about it from last week, that was becoming kind of a concerning thing for them.
Yeah, you'd like him to do a better job of getting the ball tucked in against his body and not move it around so much. Definitely make it a little better setup.
Deep to receive for the Truman Patriots is going to be Dimitri Dinwiddie. Kicking off for Park Hill, Neil Sampson. And a very, very, very short kick brought in at the 30-yard line by Truman.
Get the ball.
And it looks like there's a fumble on the play, and Park Hill has recovered. Truman, Cole Zedner actually had the ball. He fumbled it at about the 40-yard line, and it was recovered by the Trojans.
Yeah, the Trojans did an excellent job of covering that punt and knocked the ball loose. They lost about 5 yards on the recovery trying to get around the edge.
Well, that could be the break Park Hill really needs to take advantage of.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're starting at basically midfield and going to be working in Truman's half of the football field to start the second half.
Tyler White's going to flip back to McDonald. McDonald's going to cut to the near side. He's got a gap. He's brought down at about the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 9 yards on first down. Good carry for McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald did the right thing there. He followed his blockers. When they broke in and laid the edge open for him, he took it.
So that brings up second and a short one for Park Hill. Tyler White's going to turn around. Quick handoff up the middle. He's going to give it to
Eustace.
Looks like Eustace there. And Eustace needed about 1 or 2, and he picked up 6.
Did an excellent job. Just straight through the hole. The offensive line did an excellent job opening it up for him and threw a few extra blocks down the field for him.
Arns is going to split out to the near side on this play. Tyler White under center. And Tyler White's going to hand off to McDonald. McDonald up the middle. He's got some blockers, and he's going to push forward for about 9 yards on first down. And a good start for Park Hill as they start this second half.
Yeah, Park Hill's come out running the ball, running it well, and They caught Truman in a stunt there, and basically Truman opened the hole for them. They just went right through it.
One of the things that we talked about, McDonald had a little bit of problems in the first half. He wasn't really following his blocks.
Yeah, he was trying to do too much with the football, and now he seems to be doing a really good job of following his blockers and keeping the thing going.
He follows his blockers this time all the way to the 20-yard line, and that's going to be another first down for the Trojans, and they've got a very good drive going here as we start the second half.
Yeah, this is the way you want to get your offense going in the second half. They went back to what they've been doing all year long, doing it well, and they got the running game going.
First down, Tyler White's going to hand off to McDonald. He's going to go up the middle again. Forward progress will give him about another 5 yards. He had 2 or 3 guys on him immediately, but he was able to push his way forward for another good pickup on first down.
Truman's doing a lot of gang tackling right now. McDonald did an excellent job of keeping that ball in close to his body and protecting it, so there was no chance for a fumble.
We're just underway here in the second half. Park Hill against Truman. Another handoff to McDonald. McDonald cuts the inside once again, following his blockers. And he takes the ball all the way up to the 12-yard line for another Park Hill first down. I think it's very obvious that in the halftime there was some discussion about what to do when you got your blockers in front of you.
Oh, absolutely. The coaches probably did an excellent deal of making adjustments and talking to him about how to get through the hole and what's being the most effective for the team as a whole.
It also looks like the coaches may have picked up on something that they saw, and they're trying to capitalize on now. And we've got a penalty flag on the play before it gets started. And it's going to be false start against Park Hill, and that'll back them up just a little bit.
Yeah, once you get set, you got to stay set.
So it's still first down, but that'll bring up 1st and 15. Trawick is going to split out to the far side for Park Hill. Tyler White's going to hand off to McDonald. McDonald cuts up the inside. He's pulling and pulling. He takes about 3 tacklers with him and pulls all the way down to about the 3-yard line. Very impressive run. About a 15-yard run. We'll see where they spot it, but a great run for McDonald.
Oh, McDonald did exactly what you as a coach would want. He ducked his head, went forward, and kept his feet moving the whole time.
They're going to mark that ball down at the 3-yard line, and that is good enough for a first down for Park Hill. And just like that, they're looking at 1st and goal. They'll try a quick handoff up the middle. It's pretty much snuffed out at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Truman's put 8 in the box, daring him to run there, and they definitely didn't get through the gap.
So that brings up 2nd and about 2 for Park Hill. Tyler White's going to hand it off. And we'll have to see where they spot it. Doesn't look like he made it across the goal line. It was Eustace on the carry. He looks like he picked up about 1.5. They're going to mark him down just inside the 1-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and goal. We'll call it the 1, but it actually is inside the 1-yard line. Tyler White's going to try to keep it. He pushes his way forward. It looks like he has it. Let's see where they mark it. Touchdown, Park Hill.
Boy, referee really pulled that one out to make it exciting, didn't he?
From up here, it looked like he had it right away, but they wanted to make sure he made it across the line.
Oh, absolutely. The Park Hill, the team knew it. They're feeling warm and fuzzy and getting it going.
And this is an entirely different Park Hill football team than we saw that first half.
Oh, absolutely. They're moving the ball, executing the offense the way the coaches are calling it, and doing an excellent job.
Extra point is good. And with 8 minutes and 4 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Park Hill Trojans now lead the Truman Patriots 7-3. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Park Hill District Stadium, where the Park Hill Trojans have recovered a fumble and led an impressive drive all the way down to score, making it 7-3. They'll be kicking off another very, very, very short kick, and this is actually going to be whistled dead before it gets started. These kicks are just amazingly short.
Well, by design, Jim, they are trying to keep the ball out of the hands of Dinwiddie, and you're giving up a little bit of field position, but as we saw in the first kickoff of the second half, it worked in their favor.
So Park Hill was offside on that kickoff, so they'll take it back to the 35-yard line, and Dinwiddie still deep to receive for the Patriots. Kicking off for Park Hill is Neil Sampson. And this time he actually does a deep kickoff. Dinwiddie will take it in at the 10. He's up to the 20, breaks over to the outside. He's up to the 30 and brought down about the 35. And you bring up a good point. That's why you don't kick it to him.
Yeah, the game was up. You had to do it that time. Everybody in the stadium knew it. And they did an excellent job of keeping the return to a minimum. I mean, when you're kicking from 5 yards deeper, you're definitely not going to get the field position you wanted.
So the Truman Patriots will take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They trail the Trojans 7-3. 7:57 left to go in this third quarter. Quick handoff. It's a reverse. But Park Hill has stayed at home, although they're having a little bit trouble catching up to Tom Ruddy. They ended up gaining about 2 yards after running about 27.
Yeah, they took that one a long way around the horn there, but Park Hill did an excellent job of staying at home and just waited for him to come into territory where they could put a hit on him.
So that brings up 2nd and 8 after a long first down run of 2 yards. Another handoff to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie breaks the outside, picks up a quick about 14 yards before he's brought down by Park Hill. But he has lightning speed when he gets out into that open field.
Yeah, he's showing no after effects of that ankle injury in the first half and definitely hit the hole in a hurry there. The defensive back out there fought off the block and made an excellent open field tackle.
But he was able to bring it up to midfield, and that'll give the Truman Patriots first down. Handoff goes to number 10, Jake Wingo. He'll pick up about 5 on the play for bringing up second down, but he has moved into Park Hill territory.
Yeah, if you're Park Hill here, you got to make it stop.
Well, the offense has stepped up, try to get the momentum swing completely your way. If you can get the defense to step up here a little bit, you can change the momentum of this game completely.
Yeah, Andre Pipkins has kept the center of the line under control.
Speaking of Pipkins, did you see that? Dinwiddie was running. He comes out without his helmet on. He tried to break it out to the outside. He was contained, and he got slowed up just enough for Pipkins to jump on that pile.
Oh, Pipkins jumped on his back and took him down in a hurry.
And I don't know, but I just don't want that guy landing on me.
He is a big boy.
Flags before we get the play underway. Looks like it's going to be a false start against the Patriots. And it is, and that'll back him back up.
Penalties and turnovers, the two things as a coach you don't want to see. They'll stop drives in a hurry.
You know, we've talked about Pipkins a lot, and we've talked about his verbal commitment over to Michigan. And I don't think he's done anything so far this season that's going to hurt his chances of going there.
Oh, no. Michigan is definitely getting what they asked for. They got a nose tackle that loves to play the game and stops the run.
Franklin drops back to pass. He can't find anybody open. He tries to run with it, gets back up to about the 45-yard line. But going back to Pipkin for just a minute, you know, you're looking at a Truman Patriots team that looks like they've had to alter their game plan just to play around him.
Oh, absolutely. They're running the corners. They're throwing to the outside. They're doing everything they can to not go towards him.
So the Patriots are forced to punt, and that was a line drive punt shanked by number 14, Scott Agee. And it bounces out of bounds at about the 25-yard line where Park Hill will take over. So a good defensive stand as we come into the second half by Park Hill.
Yeah, absolutely. The defense made the adjustments they needed to make, but they also got a very timely penalty that backed Truman up and made a long third down passing situation that was obvious, and the players knew what they had to do to get it done.
Well, it looks like in the first possession they had that Park Hill had either seen something in the defense of the Patriots that they actually liked, and they talked to McDonald about following his blockers, and that combination really helped out. Eustace, the ball carrier. He pulls it up to about the 31-yard line. Good first down possession, about 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd and 4. And you want those big gains on first down because it makes your second, third more manageable, and it opens up your playbook just a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. And when you've got McDonald and Eustace back there, you got a lot of plays you can run with them.
Another handoff to Eustace. He goes up the middle, finds a hole, and he's all the way to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 15, and another first down for Park Hill.
Oh, and Eustace is doing exactly what you want him to do. He's quietly picking up the slack that Jared Wang left when he got injured a couple of weeks ago.
On some of these plays where they're finding holes, keep your eyes on number 50, Mitch McMahon. He does a good job of containing his blockers and pushing them to the inside when he needs to and pushing them to the outside when he needs to. Right now he's teamed up with number 22, Cole Zedner. But he does a good job of pushing these guys out of the way, especially downfield. When you break through that initial line up front and you get into the secondary and he's already there and he's already made a hole.
Oh, absolutely. That's what we were talking about in the first half. If you can make it to the second and third level with your attack, you're going to be successful in running the ball. And that's what they've been able to do this second half that they didn't do in the first half.
Tyler White's going to drop back to pass. He's looking downfield. He was looking for Trarwick, but he threw the ball so far out of bounds, I don't know that he could have caught it even if he was 17 feet tall.
No, he had to hurry his throw. He took a big hit from number 61.
Trarwick looked like he was actually open, looked like he had his defender beat by a couple of steps.
Oh, absolutely.
Brings up 3rd and 9 for Park Hill. They're going to split 3 out to the far side, 1 to the near side. And they're going to hand off to McDonald. McDonald is immediately brought down by number 10, Jake Wingo. And he's brought down at about the 50-yard line.
Yeah, number 61, Hunter Beck, actually made that play. He broke containment at the line of scrimmage and got up there and kind of tripped him up a little bit.
They're actually going to mark him down at the 47. Park Hill a punt. Ball will drop down at about the 30, call it the 26-yard line. Where it'll be down, it'll be 1st and down for the Truman Patriots. So once again, we need this defense to stand strong. 2 minutes, 36 seconds left in this third quarter. Franklin, a quick handoff to Dinwiddie, and there he goes to the outside. He runs into his own player before he's brought down at about the 38-yard line. Pickup of almost 11 on the play. And a good thing he ran into his own guy.
Yeah, number 2, Gage Wright, thought he had a fumble on the play, but they're rolling him down by contact.
That Dinwiddie really has a burst of speed, and he gets into that open field and he just takes off.
Yeah, somebody's not making their assignment on the other side that they're actually capitalizing on. That's the third time they've hit that hole.
So that brings up 1st and 10 for Truman. They're going to hand off to Dinwiddie again. Same play, and he's free. There is a flag on the play, holding against Truman, and that is a major break for Park Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Park Hill has a big gap over there on the side that they're going to have to figure out how they're going to clog that hole.
Well, undoubtedly the holding has helped, and that's one thing that's bringing this one back. So if you're Park Hill, you got to make an adjustment and figure out what you need to do to make that stop on that side.
Obviously, they're trying to stay away from Andre Pipkins, but you've got to tighten up that area.
And once again, we're talking about a penalty on 1st down that shoves them, takes them in a negative direction, and you're hoping this helps your defense make a stop.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we'd like to remind you to buy tickets to the Kansas City Command season tickets for the 2012 Arena Football League season are on sale now. Call 855-KC-ARENA. Also, don't forget to visit Nick and Jake's. Nick and Jake's is real food and an honest drink. Nick and Jake's, the proud title sponsor of 810varsity.com. Located in Parkville on the Parkville Commons and in Overland Park on 135th Street, or visit them online at nickandjakes.com. Park Hill ahead of the Truman Patriots 7-3, 2:06 left in the third quarter. And we've actually seen a far different football team out of Park Hill in the second half than we did in the first.
Oh, absolutely. They have their offense clicking. They're making the moves. And defensively, they're doing enough to keep themselves ahead in the ball game. They haven't let Truman get too far away from them, and Truman shot themselves in the foot twice now.
That holding penalty gives them 1st and 18. Once again, they hand off to Dinwiddie, and once again, Dinwiddie picks up 20 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, Dinwiddie has found a hole there on the side, and he is using it for all it's worth.
Gage Wright was able to bring him back down, but I cannot figure out who they have over there on that side. And they're kind of looking at each other like they're trying to figure out who on that side needs to pick up the hole over there.
Yeah.
Tanner Chrisman's on that side.
Yeah, the defensive end is getting turned in or turned out, one or the other, and he's just done an excellent job of hitting it. And the quarterback almost missed the handoff on that one.
This time they hand off to Jake Wingo. He tries to go up the middle. Of course, anytime you try that against Andre, that's a losing battle from the get-go. But Truman does move into Park Hill territory as they just crossed the 50-yard line, 2nd and about 9.
Yeah, if you're Park Hill defense on this, you definitely have to figure out a way to get a stop here. And you got to figure out how to stop that side from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie is just running all over him over there.
Franklin's going to drop back to pass. Under pressure, throws. Ball is incomplete. Intended for number 10, Jake Wingo. And Jake Wingo a little bit slow to get up.
Gage Teal made a heck of a hit on the quarterback, Franklin, for Park Hill as well on that play, Jim.
And Park Hill has put themselves in a position now where it's 3rd and 10. And they can make a stop here and end up with some pretty decent field position. Franklin back to pass. He's going to pass to the near side to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie once again finds a hole. Then moves forward to about the 32-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
It's in the area of holding, Jim.
And the way the Patriots are moving back, that in fact looks like that's what's going to be the call. Let's see what our officials tell us.
That was an ineligible receiver downfield.
I was going to say, it's not a hold, but it works just the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Dinwiddie looks a little slow getting around there. He's working his way back to the huddle, but not very quickly.
Yeah, took a big hit on that play.
That's going to back Truman all the way up to the 35-yard line. And that is going to take a huge play and turn it into a huge loss.
Yeah, Truman had half the offensive line out trying to get a good wide receiver screen, or a running back screen, really, and they executed the play great. The only problem was they had to hold up the middle to keep Andre Pipkin off Franklin.
That brings up 3rd and 25 for Truman. We're under 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. They're going to hand off to Dinwiddie. He slips by Pipkin. Pipkin's almost had him in the backfield. They're able to contain him on the far side for a modest pickup of maybe 3 yards. That'll bring up about 4th and 22.
Yeah, it looked like Park Hill had about half their defensive keying on him, knowing he was going to get the ball.
So they'll send Aarons back deep to receive. Scott Agee will be kicking for Truman, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. So we go to the fourth quarter here in Park Hill District Stadium. The Park Hill Trojans lead the Truman Patriots 7-3. We'll be back right after this on 810varsitysports.com. Welcome back to Preston Field and Park Hill District Stadium here in Kansas City, Missouri. The Park Hill Trojans lead the Truman Patriots 7-3 as we start this fourth quarter. Truman facing a 4th and 22. They're going to punt. High snap. Pretty good end-over-end punt. Aarons took back, had a little trouble holding up, then kind of held to let his blockers set up, and he'll bring it out to about the 37-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, he stutter stepped back there quite a bit, trying to figure out if he was attempting to fair catch the ball, and the referee didn't see it.
Yeah, he almost stopped like he thought the play was over.
Yeah, absolutely. He was waving his arm like he was trying to fair catch the ball, but the referee didn't blow it dead, so he had to take off or he was going to get slammed.
So it'll bring up 1st and 10 with 11:46 left to go in the ball game. Park Hill has the ball at the 37-yard line. And let's see if we can move down the field and put some points on the board and put some distance between the Trojans and the Patriots. Tyler White throws it out to the near side. And that's Aarons, Aarons with the reception. He'll pick up a quick 15 yards on the play. It'll be 1st down.
Yeah, but did you see that block by number 28, Lane Holmes? Took his guy to the ground and allowed him to get out and get away from him.
Ever since we've come out of the half, Park Hill's done a good job on 1st down, either getting 1st down yardage of 10 yards or 1st down yardage of at least 5 or 6. Tyler White with a nice hard snap count. That draws Truman offside. And that'll be another 5 yards for Park Hill.
Yeah, good 1st and 5. Easily to easy to move forward with this. Their offense seems to be clicking right now, and they're having a good time out there, you can tell.
So that'll bring up 1st and 5. Park Hill has it on the Patriots' 44-yard line. Tyler White's going to hand off, quick handoff up the middle. And that looks like Eustace, the ball carrier on that play. He picked up about 4 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Once again, manageable yards here in the 2nd and 3rd down.
Yeah, they've been doing this whole half, and you can tell it makes a difference for the offense.
There's a handoff to McDonald. He's going to try to break to the outside. He'll be brought down about the 39-yard line, and depending on where they spot it, he should have enough for the 1st down, and he does. So a good 1st down pickup for McDonald, and that'll be 1st and 10 for Park Hill.
Yeah, McDonald broke one rule of football there, and it kind of tried to take it back a little bit to gain yardage. And once you've got that 1st down, you want to keep going forward. You don't want to get it close.
Tyler White will start this possession under center. He's going to flip it back to McDonald. McDonald coming to the near side. He's got an opening and a hole, and he's going to be brought down at about the and actually that was Dondrell Hardiman on that carry.
Yeah,
that wasn't McDonald.
And he did an excellent job of getting the ball in next to his body on that. Looks like he's made a little adjustment. The coach has probably said something to him about it at the end of the 1st half.
So he has a good 1st down run all the way up to the 26, setting up another 1st down for Park Hill. Tyler White with another hard snap count. Another handoff up the middle to Hardiman.
Yeah.
And good 1st down yardage once again as he picks up about 7 on 1st down.
Yeah, number 10 for Truman actually had him in the backfield and ran right by him. Hardiman's a little bit smaller and more compact than McDonald, and he ran right by him.
That's Jake Wingo for the Patriots. And Hardiman will line up once again in the backfield. Tyler White, a quick handoff. That's a handoff to Eustace, and he's all the way up to about the 4-yard line. Another impressive run.
And once again, Truman over pursued, ran right by the ball carrier, and Eustace took full advantage of it and took it down to the 4-yard line.
Eustace picks up 15 yards on that play alone.
Oh, absolutely.
And that brings up 1st and goal. Quick snap. Eustace tries to run up the middle again. He's brought down immediately by a swarm of Patriots, and he'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 2nd and goal. Anthony Aarons checks back into the game. 9 minutes left to go in the game. Handoff once again to Eustace. He'll get up to about the 2-yard line. And now Park Hill has called timeout. So with 8:48 left to go in the ball game, Park Hill calls timeout. Thinking about making a move? Fall is a great time to sell your home. Call Ken Hoover at 816-210-2027 or visit online at kenhooversells.com. He'd be happy to answer any questions you have and help in any way. Ken Hoover, 816-210-2027, the real estate professional you can count on. Also, don't forget to go to Nick and Jake's Real Food, Honest Drink. Nick and Jake's, the proud title sponsor of 810varsity.com, located in Parkville in the Parkville Commons or Overland Park on 135th Street, or visit them online at nickandjakes.com. 3rd and goal for Park Hill, and this offense seems to be doing a lot better in this second half.
Oh, absolutely. They are set up. They're moving. They feel comfortable. And you can tell the way they're blocking.
Tyler White takes the snap, handoff up the middle to Eustis. Eustis looks like he is, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown, Park Hill.
And that's number 2 for Mr. Eustis.
That was a nice power move right up the middle, and that line did a good job of just pushing the Patriots back, and Eustis just falls into the end zone for a nice.
That's when your offensive line is at its best, is when all they've got to do is move forward. They're winning the battle in the trenches, and that's what you have to do to win a running football game.
The extra point is up and good, and with 8:45 left to go in the ball game, Park Hill now leads the Truman Patriots 14-3.
Still a lot of time left in this ball game. Defensively, you don't want to make any mistakes, and on the kickoff, you don't want to see a return for any yardage whatsoever.
Yeah, they've got to be real careful. That Dinwiddie can be a game changer, and you don't want to kick to him and him run all the way back, and then you're having to struggle to maintain field position and all that all over again.
Right, you want to make them work for it. Yeah, ought to watch how the Truman lines up for this, but you could see one of the little pooch kicks that we've been seeing to start the half.
Truman does have Dinwiddie back to receive. They also have Tom Ruddy back there as well.
And they have brought in a hands team on Truman.
And Park Hill's going to kick it all the way back. Truman will take it at about the 5. And that's number 15, Jared Barron. He brings it out to about the 25-yard line. He's brought down by number 44, Connor Bosworth, for Park Hill. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Truman Patriots, and they'll take over at the 21-yard line. 8:36 left to go in the ball game.
Defensively, you want to make the adjustments, and you want to keep Dinwiddie under control. You got a lot of time left in this ball game.
Franklin, quit pass into the inside. Tom Ruddy with the reception. He'll pick up about 4 on the play, moves it out to the 30-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Gage Wright did an awesome field tackle there. Just kept the ball carrier in front of him, didn't let him get too much yardage.
Jake Wingo checks into the game for the Patriots. He'll be in the backfield with Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie with a handoff. He's met immediately. he was met immediately by Chauncey Hatton. And then if things weren't bad enough, here comes Andre.
Andre leaped up into the air and came down on him and just took them both to the ground. That's 325 pounds, folks, landing on you and taking you down to the ground.
I don't care who you are. That is not a good thing.
Yeah.
That brings up 3rd and 5 for the Patriots. And a stop here for Park Hill could be huge. Franklin's going to drop back to pass, looking for the open receiver. Throws into triple coverage. Ball knocked down by number 2, Gage Wright. And that was a really ill-advised pass by Franklin.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, I really like that Gage Wright. He's always in there on the play, does an excellent job of coverage, and he's made the tackles he's needed to make to keep the ball in front of him.
Aarons and Trawicker back deep to receive for Park Hill. And a little shank kick, and it's going to go well out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. Scott Agee, the kicker, the punter for Truman, and they're going to mark it all the way up at the 46-yard line where Park Hill will take over, 1st and 10.
And let's see if Park Hill keeps this offense going.
What kind of adjustment do you think they made at halftime? Because whatever they did, it worked. They saw something or they made an adjustment that they liked, and it's actually paid off here in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. they've done an excellent job of running it between the guard and tackle, and the guard and the tackle are doing great things with turning their defensive linemen in or out, whatever is required.
There's a handoff up the middle to McDonald. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play. He'll make it out to about the 48-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, so far what I've noticed is that Connor, number 79, has done an excellent job of keeping his defensive lineman that's lined up across from him under control. If you can control your defensive line and control the trenches, that's where you're going to win a running game.
McDonald, the lone setback, and the ball will go to him. He'll try to run up the middle. He bounces off 1 defender. Then he's taken down by about 6 defenders after about a pickup of 2. And McDonald really has some good strength. Even when he was confronted with about 6 defenders, he's able to stay up for quite a while.
Yeah, he keeps his feet moving and does what he needs to do. He's not letting them bring him down with the first guy. And that's what you want out of a running back.
So that brings up 3rd and 5 for Park Hill. Tyler White's going to drop back to pass, looking for the open receiver. He's going to keep the ball and run for it. And he actually, on a second effort, makes enough for a first down as he takes the ball up to the Patriots' 42-yard line.
Yeah, excellent run by White there.
He couldn't find the open receiver. He took the ball, brought it in. He actually was hit. He was going to be short of the first down. That second effort got him another 3 or 4 yards, got him that first down.
Oh, yeah.
Handoff up the middle. This time they're going to give it to Hardiman. He'll pick up about 2 on the yards, 2 on the play, take it up to the 40-yard line. That'll bring up about 2nd and 8. We're under 5:30 to play here in this ball game. 14-3, Park Hill Trojans lead. They're going to keep Hardiman in the backfield. And Tyler White's going to flip it back to Hardiman. He's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage, falls forward. He'll get to about the 38-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and long for Park Hill.
Hardiman did an excellent job of keeping his feet moving. That play was dead, as you said, in the backfield, and his feet alone got him the extra yardage on 2nd effort.
Third and 7 for Park Hill. We're under 4:29 left to go in this ball game. Jones in motion, handoff, bobbled. A little bit dangerous there for a minute, but that was handed off to Hardiman again. But he's able to contain the ball, and he actually moved forward for enough for a first down.
That's when you know things are going your way. He bobbled the ball twice, didn't really regain it until he hit the line of scrimmage and managed to gain enough for the first down.
So with 4:15 left to play, that brings up 1st and down. Park Hill still has the ball, and they're still moving the ball. Tyler White's going to look to pass. He finds an open receiver. That was Hustis on the outside. He'll gain about 3 yards on the play, and that moves the ball up to the 28-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and 6, but the clock continues to run.
The clock is your friend if you can keep it moving right now.
There was a quick handoff up the middle that went nowhere. Good penetration on the part of the Patriots. They had 2 defenders in the backfield before that play even got underway.
Oh, yeah, they've loaded up. They know the run's coming. They're loading up the line of the scrimmage to stop the run.
That was Wingo in on the stop, and he was through that line in no time at all.
Oh, absolutely.
Tyler White's looking to pass. He's under pressure. He breaks free. He's moving to the near side. He's going to keep it and run with it. And he's brought down by number 87, Stuart Lauber. And that's a little bit dangerous to have your quarterback out there running like that.
Well, he made the right choice. He didn't try to do anything with his arm. He did it with his feet that time. And that's when you save turnovers. If you try to throw that ball, if you don't throw it away, it's a turnover's written all over it.
That does put Trojans in a fourth down situation, 4th and 4. They're going to go for it, and as we approach the 2-minute mark left in this ball game. Tyler White looking to pass, drops back, looks across to the near side. He's got Hardiman open. Hardiman's going to run to the 10, the 5, inside the end, and touchdown.
Oh, they set that one up all game long. Excellent run fake. Hardiman drops back, gets the pass on a short little screen, and takes it to the house.
Yeah, the Truman Patriots were not ready for that at all. They all ganged up on the far side of the field, and when Hardiman was on this side of the field, he just kind of fell back and no one covered him, and then he had all his blockers lined up in front of him, and he had just free room to run.
Oh, excellent opportunity taken there. They executed the play well, and your quarterback makes that play by making the accurate throw. He didn't let it get to him that he was under pressure, and he just threw a nice spiral there.
Yeah, that's something that the coaches, I think, saw earlier in the game, and they took advantage of it.
Yeah, Park Hill knew that they were going to line up. They knew they were going to try to stop the run, and they used it against them.
You're listening to 810varsity.com. I'd like to tell you that tonight's game, as we come 21-3, Park Hill with the lead. Our executive producer today is Chad Rader. Our producer here in the booth is Eric Randolph. I'm Jim Dickerson along with A.J. Linhart. And we enjoy being with you here tonight in Park Hill. Nice deep kick by Park Hill. And they're going to gang up on Truman as they try to get out to the 20-yard line. And apparently, my sheet, I'm going to change this. Our producer in the booth here is Eric Armstrong. The guy we had last year was Randolph, and it confuses me. We like Armstrong better.
Yeah, we do.
1:44 left to go in the ball game. The Patriots are going to throw. They're going to find an open receiver. Ball. Heath Mackey brings it down at about the 31-yard line. They'll get a first down on that play. Nice bobble, but a good job bringing the ball in.
Yeah, Park Hill's set up in the prevent defense right now. They're just trying to keep the ball in front of them.
Another quick throw out to 18. Mackey again. He won't get out of bounds on that one. They're going to mark him at the 41-yard line. And now Truman is going to take a timeout. And while Truman takes a timeout, we're going to step away for just a minute. 1 minute, 24 seconds left. Park Hill over the Truman Patriots 21-3. We'll be back in just a second. Welcome back to Park Hill District Stadium, Preston Field. 1:24 left. Park Hill Trojans 21-3 over the Patriots. Second down and 5 for the Patriots. Frederick drops back to pass. He throws over the middle. Incomplete pass intended for Heath Mackey. And he threw well short of his intended receiver. There was pressure on the play by number 55 for Park Hill, Kelvin Jarman. But that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Patriots. Dinwiddy's back in the game. Oh, throw over the middle, almost intercepted.
Number 51 laid a hit on the quarterback just as he threw the ball.
Clock stopped at 1:16. 4th and 5 for the Patriots. A stop by Park Hill, and this would be the game. Frederick, quick pass, and he's got a receiver who almost broke free. Pass was caught by number 87, Stuart Lauber. He had one guy to beat, and that was close. That was almost a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was a 20-yard reception on a 4th down play. Frederick throwing again, looking again for Heath Mackey. Overthrows his intended receiver, bringing down 2nd and 10. 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go in the ball game.
Well, it's a good thing he overthrew the receiver. Gage Wright was breaking on the ball and had inside. So if the ball was on target, it was picked off.
Split out to the near side. Stuart Lauber again for the Patriots. Frederick back to pass. He's under pressure. Looking into the end zone. Throws into the end zone. He's got nobody there. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, look to me, Jimmy, he's just throwing that ball away. His receiver stopped the routes about 10 yards short of the end zone.
Closest receiver in the area was Heath Mackey, but he looked like he got tied up with a defender. We're under a minute to play here in Park Hill. Frederick again to pass. He's looking across the middle, and he does find Mackey. Mackey will be brought down at about the 27-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down. That stops the clock with 49 seconds left to go in the game. So the Patriots doing a pretty good job with this no-huddle, hurry-up offense moving down the field. Quick pass out to the outside. Once again, a little pitch and catch to Mackey. Pickup of about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clock stops at 41 seconds.
Yeah, Park Hill's running a prevent defense right now, and really all it does is prevents you from making any major mess ups. It keeps the ball in front of you, but it also allows them to move the ball. And if they're going to eat up the clock moving the ball, then by all means.
Frederick again looking into the end zone. He overthrows everybody. His closest receiver was Jared Barron.
But there was number 2, Gage Wright, making a play on the ball once again.
I think Frederick just threw that ball in a position. It was either going to be his receiver that caught it or nobody at all.
Oh, yeah.
That brings up 3rd and 6 for Truman. 36 seconds left to go in the ball game. Pass intended for number 14, Scott Agee. He was open. If he had that ball and had caught it, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, he just didn't look the ball in. I think he knew he was going to get a hit and take a big hit, and he was more worried about it than looking the ball into his hands.
That brings up 4th down for Truman, and as we close this game out with 31 seconds left, real briefly, Park Hill two different ball games.
Oh, absolutely. The first half, they couldn't get their offense going. They were managing their defense. Second half, their offense came out clicking on all cylinders. And defensively, they've made the stops they've needed to make.
Frederick did a good job of getting away from the Park Hill defenders, threw it to Dinwiddie. He overthrew him. And Park Hill will take over on possessions with 22, or on downs with 22 seconds left to go. The Patriots, on the other hand, they didn't have their rhythm in the first half, and it didn't look like they really changed anything and made any difference in the second.
They seem to do a better job of making adjustments at the line of scrimmage in the first half. But Park Hill, the coaching definitely shined in the second half.
And it looked like Park Hill in that second half was able to take advantage of the side-to-side running that they were doing, that the Patriots were doing, instead of trying to run up the middle.
Oh, yeah. But you had Harbin come in, you had a couple other players step up and make good runs for Park Hill, and that makes a big difference.
And that's going to do it here from Preston Field and Park Hill District Stadium. I'd like to remind you that 810varsity.com now brings live video streams to more than 25 metro schools all season long. Now you can watch and listen to the action live on your computer, iPad, or iPhone. Park Hill South, Miege, Aquinas, the Olathe, Blue Valley Schools, the list goes on, and of course live scores, rankings, and much more. Get the games live at 810varsity.com. Preston Field, Park Hill District Stadium. The Park Hill Trojans 21-3 over the Truman Patriots. We'll be here next week for another Friday night high school game as the Park Hill Trojans take on Jefferson City. From Preston Field, Park Hill District Stadium, I'm Jim Dickerson. On behalf of our executive producer, Chad Rader, our producer in the booth, Eric Armstrong, AJ Lenhart. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next Friday.
See you next Friday.